1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Pakistan has decided to take the issue of human rights violations in occupied Kashmir to the International Court of Justice. The American president says he will do his best to mediate or help in overcoming the tensions between Pakistan and India over the Kashmir issue. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred a Kashmiri youth in Baramulla town today. The American Special Representative for Afghanistan Reconciliation arrives in Qatar today to resume talks with the Afghan Taliban on the peace process in Doha. Now the news in detail. Pakistan has decided to take the issue of human rights violations in occupied Kashmir to the International Court of Justice. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, while talking to a private news channel, confirmed that in principle, a decision has been taken to take the issue of dispute of Kashmir to the International Court of Justice. He said the decision of reaching out to the International Court of Justice was taken after considering all the legal aspects. The foreign minister said additional information regarding the matter would also be issued by the law ministry. The American President Donald Trump says he would do his best to mediate or help somehow with the tensions between India and Pakistan over the Kashmir issue. Talking to reporters at the Oval Office, he said Kashmir is a complicated issue and he would discuss the issue with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the weekend at the G7 meeting in France. Donald Trump said, "We are helping the situation, but there is tremendous problems between the two countries and he will do his best to mediate or do something." In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred a Kashmiri youth in Baramulla town. The youth was killed during an all-out operation jointly launched by the Indian Army's Rashtriya Rifles, Central Reserve Police Force, and the Special Operations Group in Kakar Hammam area of the town. The Indian troops also launched a similar operation in Pulwama area, where the youth also came out of their houses and clashed with the troops. On the other hand, 40 people have been arrested during house raids by the Indian troops in different areas of Srinagar city. The Chief Minister of Balochistan, Jam Kamal Khan, called on the Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. Balochistan's overall situation and development projects came under discussion during the meeting. The Minister of State for Climate Change, Zartaj Gul, has expressed the commitment to fully enforce the ban imposed on the use of plastic shopping bags in the federal capital. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, she said the ban will be implemented with the cooperation of the people, including the civil society and the food chains. The Minister of State said Pakistan will be made plastic-free as the ban on plastic bags in the federal capital has turned into a countrywide campaign. The chairman, National Accountability Bureau, Javed Iqbal, has said the Bureau is striving to recover the plundered amount from corrupt elements. He was chairing a meeting of NAB's executive board in Islamabad today. Javed Iqbal said the anti-graft body has so far recovered 326 billion rupees from the corrupt elements. World Senior Citizens Day is being observed today to highlight the issues being faced by the elderly people. The day is observed with an aim to raise awareness of various issues that affect senior citizens in respect of quality of life. The American Special Representative for Afghanistan Reconciliation, Zalmay Khalilzad, arrives in Doha, Qatar today to resume talks with the Taliban on the peace process. The next round of talks with the Taliban is part of an overall effort to facilitate the peace process that ends the conflict in Afghanistan. Zalmay Khalilzad will also visit Kabul later to consult with the leadership of the Afghan government on the peace process and encourage full preparations for intra-Afghan negotiations. China has called for restraint amid infighting around the port city of Aden in Yemen. Speaking at the United Nations Security Council, China's deputy permanent representative to the United Nations, Wu Haitao, said a political solution is the only way out for Yemen. The United States has expressed its readiness to restart talks with North Korea in line with an agreement made by the two countries in June this year. The desire was expressed by the American Special Envoy on North Korea, Stephen Biegun, while talking to reporters after a meeting with his South Korean counterpart, Lee Do-hoon, in Seoul. He said Washington will not take up the post of ambassador to Russia, but will remain focused on making progress on the denuclearization of North Korea. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.